Hello, and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in the mid-hall of Stoke, and now that Thorsbury has fallen, we'll need to advise some of the men present here. So let us begin by talking to Grimar.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Clearly, we should shore up our defenses and prepare for the coming siege. However, it is not my decision to make. I would advise Reeve Fríthild to call a Council of War. It may be that Thane Ordlac will have some insights that will help.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
If you truly wish to help Stoke, then post these conscription notices and gather our supplies. We need swords, shields, armor, and spears aplenty. We have had craftsmen throughout Stoke producing them for us with instructions to leave the finished products in their yards. I need you to gather them and bring them to the armory stockpile outside the mid-hall. Once you are done with that, post the notices and meet my Lieutenant Huthric outside.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Ah, Beriathan, my friend. I have heard how you fared at Thorsbury and grieved Tordak's loss. However, we must not lose heart and must put aside sorrow. There are glorious battles to be fought. I must consider our current situation carefully. There is much that needs to be done ere we make a final decision. Return to me in a while and I will speak my mind more openly. Good day, my friend.
The Rohirrim are grateful for your aid.
If you need something else to do while I consider my advice for Reeve Fríthild, I do have a task for you. It would prove valuable if you could learn where the enemy's encampment lies. Perhaps one of the half-orcs roaming the fields to the west might be able to provide a map or something else indicating from whence they come. Search for any maps or orders you can find, and if by chance you find their encampment, look for the tents of their leaders. Any knowledge you can provide me with will help lay the groundwork for our plans to come. Alrighty then, we also need to look for Altmund and Dotsik. Gonna be too far. And in the meantime we can look for the provisions. Like here. Wow, take a look at this. Plenty of shields here. That's it for the shield. We have the swords. What's the matter, girlie? What's on your mind? Who is upstairs? Altmund, okay.
What brings you to these lands?
I was chosen by both my people, the refugees for Thorsbury and the townsfolk of Stoke, to speak for them. I believe we must first provision the town for siege before aught else. But perhaps that is a decision best left to the Reeve and her advisors in council.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
While you are here, I could use your help. My people and the townsfolk of Stoke have both asked me to speak for them and make sure their needs are not being overlooked. I do not doubt Reeve Frithild's concern, but there seems to be plenty of battle preparations and little provisioning. I would take some hunters out myself, but there are too many wolves roaming the fields. Would you call the wolves' number and hunt up some provisions for us? We need meat, hides, and ivory. The meat and ivory can be gathered from the deer to the north, east, and south, and from the aurochs to the south, and the hides from the wolves, deer, and auroch. Yeah, that seems simple enough. what else can we do here in town? Because that's sick, as far as I know. Yeah, he's outside of town. We can also, well, first of all, look for these 4 attire. The armor and ears. We're also missing that. And the spears shouldn't be far away. Okay, here. Great. So let us bring that to the stockpile outside the meat hall before we continue, because yeah, that quest seems to imply we will also be leaving town for this one. Let us leave this in here. Ah no, Huthric is just in here. Post-conscription notices. Yeah, there's plenty of things that we need to do here in town before we leave. We're missing one more post. Do we leave that one for later? Do we look for it right now before we leave? Let us look for it. I don't want to take any chances with this. Talk to Huthric. Is he gonna give us any other task to do, or is this the end of the quest? Let us see.
Our mission is dire.
Ah, you have done well, Beriathan. Here come the louts now. I'll have a word or two for them ere they join the garrison. Yeah, there you have it. Hark ye, men of Stoke, the wolves of Isengard snarl upon our doorstep, and the Reeve has need of your able arms. And in the south, Theoden King calls for his riders. I know that you are loutish, but so you will be true fighting men. Now look here. So yeah, apparently they didn't like being called loutish. And that's understandable, of course. Well, we're gonna leave that there, because now we need to talk to Datsig and well, do these tasks that we have outside of town.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
It is not my place to say what the Reeve should do. If it were I would strike at the heart of the foe, but it is not. If the Reeve wishes to be advised, let her call a council.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
If you wish to be of any true use to the people of Stoke, you should deal with the dangers that lie to the east. Warg-riders and wolves ravage the countryside and no one stops them. They will quickly become a threat to Osserley as well if nothing is done. You are no stranger to the ways of mounted combat and so should have no difficulty dealing with this threat. That is, if your courage has not already failed you. What say you? Will you attend this challenge? Of course I will. So... once again, I don't think we're gonna do mounted combat for this. There we go. That's better. Now the wolves, we can do melee. And I think we can actually focus on the wolves because they are also needed for other quests. So it's more time efficient fighting just the wolves. Ah. Now, here we also have some deer. They won't drop the ivory, I don't think so, but... no, they didn't. Gotta look for the ones that do. Goblin flanker, let us avoid that one. The reset? What a shame. Was almost dead. But anyway. Fuck. Ah, okay. You are the one I'm looking for. But nope, he didn't drop any ivory either. You were supposed to, I would say. If the does don't drop it, that's understandable, they don't have any horns, but you should have dropped it. Let us try the aurochs. The herds are somewhere around here. Oh my god. Not one that strong, that big, no. And I think we could take him out, but it would take a while. Selected the enemy's orders and the map. Now we need to locate Bardh-doram. Okay. That should be enough for that cow. Kind of funny, right? The cow dropped the ivory, but the buck didn't. And I don't think we can say we're taking the ivory from the hoops. That doesn't sound right. Kind of funny. I see. The cloths don't drop the ivory, so that at least makes a little bit more sense. I guess there's no way around it. We do need to fight these wolves. But as you can see, yeah, not afraid of fighting them. Just that it takes a long while. That's what I was trying to avoid. Come here. Look out. Well, we have all the hides, at least. So that makes tracking the quest a little bit easier. But yeah, still many things we need to find. So let us actually make our way to the half-orc camp. That'll give time for some of these enemies to respawn. We have all the orc's meat, but we still need some ivory. If only the deers dropped it. But I don't think they do. Or worst case scenario, they're not as common. They don't drop it as common as the wolves, but I don't think so. I don't think they drop that at all. Okay, so here we have Bardh-doram. Now that we have discovered it, we have completed the Broadacres exploration. Have a new title, a new virtue ranks. Broadacres exploration. There you go. So what do we have here? You have explored an area of the Wisdom Net in great detail, yeah. 5 LOTRO points. Now let us fight. Oh my god. These guys hit quite hard. They buffed each other considerably, I would say. Let us try to avoid some of them. And the issue is that nasty burn that they apply. More than anything else, I would say. Oh my god. There he goes. Located Mavak's tent. How do I burn it? Where is the torch or the fire that I need to use? Or do I just... How do I burn this? What am I missing? I know, I just need to locate them. I don't need to burn them. Okay. That makes things a little bit easier. Let us try to avoid some of these guys if we can help it. Stop doing that, please. Oh, didn't want to fight you, but oh well. As you can see here, yeah, the camp is relatively small. That's basically all of it. Cledwyn stand. So you remember Cledwyn, right? He's one of the warband of the Broadacres. And in fact, we've had a few glimpses of him so far. But yeah, this is his tent. Really nice detail, right? Showing you he just doesn't just wander around the Broadacres. He does have a place to come back to. A really nice touch, if you ask me. Now, I think this one in here would be another one of the tents we need to locate. Hillscas. Oh, come on. Now I just need to locate the last tent. This one? Ushatar, yeah. Now the question remains, can I leave the camp through here? Seems not. Invisible wolves, but would be nice if we could. Especially because that cow can most certainly drop some of the ivory that we're still missing. Yeah, it does. Let us just try to ignore most of these guys, leave the camp. Let us hope we can escape. That it? Okay. Now, okay, there is a cow in here. Nice. Die, please. Okay, deer meat, wolves, and that's basically it. So let us go now back to the east side. Hopefully now there should be enough wolves around here. Like this guy, for example. Die, please. Ah. Friggin' deers. Why they don't drop anything? Finally, we got all the deer meat that we need. And here we have the last wolf as well. So... that's great. Now... deliver provisions to the provision stockpile. And where is that one? Ah, come on.
Our mission is dire.
You live still. That is too bad. I have nothing more to say to you, Warden. Be on your way. Kinda rude. But if it makes you feel any better, that's it. I don't like you that much either, so... we're even, I guess. Now... here we have the provision stockpile, conveniently located right next to the inn. So that we can go back to Baltmund and tell him.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Thank you, Beriathan. You have proven a friend to the common folk of Stoke and Torsbury. That I am. Now, these quests are already level 91, so let us... yeah, and equip the Son of the Tortoise, and that way... we'll hit level 91 in just a moment.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Were you unable to locate the enemy encampment? Ah, but you did. Bold and doughty, you continue to prove yourself. You say that the enemy leaders were not present there. That is queer. Nevertheless, this information will prove of great value for the Council. Thank you.
What business have you with the Rotary?
My thanks to you, Beriathan. I will speak with you again when Fríthild calls the Council.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
I am more confident than ever that we must act quickly and decisively to drive back the foe. These orders you discovered seem to indicate that the enemy is not as strong as they appear and provide information as to where they might be attacking from. Please, tell Reeve Fríthild that I am prepared for the Council. She has but to call us together.
There is work to be done here.
If my task for you seemed irrelevant, Beriathan, be assured that it was not. Thank you for your time. We shall speak again soon, perhaps at the Council. Oh, but first, of course, level 91, 1 class trade point. I don't know how many we have. 10. Which is nice, we can technically unlock some extra ranks. And I'm not sure which ones to pick, to be honest with you, so I'm gonna think on that. And I'll be back with you later.
Will you help my people?
Thank you, Beriathan. I wish to learn something of the minds of my advisors before calling a council. and you have helped me do so. Prepare yourself. The Council of Stoke will soon be called to session.
Will you help my people?
Beriathan, I believe the time has come to summon my advisors to Council. Return to Grimar, Ortlak, Baltmund and Dutzig and inform them of my decision. We must decide what action to take and how best to fulfill it. The leaders of Stoke and Osserley each have their own opinions, and they are at odds. We must come to a compromise and work together, or we shall fall to the White Hand. As well, bring this letter to Alfred, the guard at my house. Return to me when your messages have been delivered.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Oh, this is welcome news, my friend. At last, we will join a battle worth of a song or two. Let us join the council.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Good. It is of utmost import that we convince the Reeve to bolster our defenses. Are you okay, man? What happened to you? I think you've had too much of whatever you're drinking, so... Go, get some rest. It's almost daytime, in any case, so yeah, you do need some rest. Alfred, okay, sorry here.
What brings you to these lands?
What is this? Orders from the Reeve. If this is what she truly desires, let the Reeve know that I will do as she commands. Care to share what your orders are exactly? Please, if you don't mind.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I am honored that Reeve Fríthild values my opinion. I have never heard of a lord or a lady of Rohan calling upon the common folk for counsel. I will come at once. And we're only missing Dutzig and we can begin this council session. Here. Uttered first, so I think rough skins, is that a task item? Yeah. Gonna equip the stone really quick while I do some tasks. So that we can hopefully complete our task quota of the day. We have completed the weekly as well, so we got a... Oh my god, we got a universal crafting ingredient, but we have also completed the hot shot. Let us take a look at that. Awesome. Completed the hot shot, Beriathan hot shot, one task, a limit, and the title. What more can be said about someone so dedicated to helping out with the little things that just need doing? Thank you. So I'm gonna grab the upgrade and the cloak. There you can see it. Really nice cloak. Don't think I'm gonna use it myself, at least not now. But really cool. What else do we have in here that we can use for tasks? Noxious Field. Gonna check that later. Glittering. Swords we don't have. Yeah, rough skins. Yeah. Arthur furs. Shattered daggers. Horn skins. Counter hatches. Yeah, I don't think I have enough of those. Christ. So let us do once again shatter daggers. No, we don't have enough shatter daggers, but we do have some shattered birds in here. We're just missing one more to hit today's limit, and I'm not sure which one. Because I don't think we have any other task item for this board. Rough skins, shatter daggers, damaged spurs, hooded sword shits, shattered hatches. No, I don't think we do. Well, we've just completed the last task deed, so it's not a big deal if we miss one task today, but feels kinda incomplete, you know? But hey, at least we already have them. Have them all.
What brings you to these lands?
I do not know why I should waste my time sitting in council. There are too many preparations to be made. Nevertheless, I will come. Alright. So... yeah, I think we have enough time for the council. Let us see what they decide. Now, this meat hole looks great at dawn. Well, for dawn, I should say, but still. The sky looks great. You have my thanks. Let the Council of Stoke begin.
At the prompting of her advisors, Reeve Fríthild of the Broad Acres has summoned together a war council to determine how best to deal with the threat posed by the forces of the White Hand.
So, Ortlak, Grimar, Baltman, Dotzig. But Alfred is nowhere to be seen. Okay.
Our mission is done.
Beriathan, you have arrived. Let us then begin this council. First, I wish to welcome Baltman of Thorsbury to our council. I know that it's not custom to invite representatives of the common folk to our work councils, but I am not your customer, Reeve. My friends and advisors, you know why you have been called. The walls of Isengard be upon our doorstep, and the Broadacres burn. The course is clear, my Reeve. We must secure Stoke and bolster the town's defenses. The enemy is great and our numbers are few. Our greatest strength are the walls of Stoke. Captain, you have a wise and bold spirit, but I do not believe the choice is as clear as you believe it. The strength of the Rohirrim is not in their walls. Our strength is in the people, yet they seem to be forgotten by Captain Grimar among his war preparations. I have forgotten no one. What does it good to gather food? We cannot starve off the enemy with food. We cannot rely upon walls to survive the storm. Do you propose, Stein Ortlak? That is where our strength lies? That is madness. How many of our men must die before children are left to defend the town? Let us have order. We are friends here. If you do not propose What is that you are suggesting? The enemy's strength has not been fully gathered. Yeah. If we attack their splintered forces before they join the main force, we might be able to keep them at bay or drive them back. I can see how this plan would appease everyone. It would give us time to strengthen the defenses, provision for the siege, and take a toll upon the enemy. There are none more skilled in arms than those who sit here. I propose that you lead us, my Reeve, myself, Grimar, Datsik, Baltmund, and our friend. How could you suggest such a thing? Why? Because the Reeve is a woman? I shall ride forth and my foes shall tremble. Before we proceed, there is a matter which must be resolved. Mr. Zengifu, come forward. These are my children and pride, Frithbert and Edhild. Should it befall to me, Frithbert shall be Reeve. With Tordak's death, Ordlag becomes my chief thane and thus regent protector until Frithbert comes of age. Should we both fall, Thorferd, son of Tordak, shall become regent protector. Now, friend from afar, attend me. Okay, here we have the kids. Frithbert and Edhild, yeah. And now, what else do you need? Reeve.
What brings you to these lands?
Beriathan, will you honor me by assisting me with my arms and armor? You will find it on the table behind you. There we go. Okay. Shield, nail, sword. Okay.
What brings you to these lands?
Guard me, Beriathan, friend of Stoke. This day I become Fríthild, shield maiden of Rohan. And there we go. Fort de Orlingas.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Thank you, Beriathan. You have been a great service to the people of Stoke. Well have I named you friend. I declare this council dismissed.
Our mission is dire.
Ah, Beriathan. It has been long since a shield maiden of Rohan has actually taken to the field. This is a glorious day. All that remains to be decided is which front to assail, for we are surrounded.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Beriathan, my friend, I know that my children's warden objected to bringing the children into the council, for he believed that they would be frightened by my decision to take up arms. I knew that he was right, but I still feel they needed to see their mother as strong in the face of evil. However, I do not wish for them to fear any longer than they should. Perhaps if you, a proven warrior but also a stranger, were to speak words of comfort and encouragement to them, their hearts will be eased. Sometimes the words of a stranger may be more comforting than those of their kinsmen. You may find Frithbert and Edhild with their nurse Ingifu at my house just to the east of the mead hall. Alright. Here we have the Reeve on her shield maiden attire. Very excited. Now let us go and talk to the children. This is the place, right?
My friend's papa never came home from the war.
I confess that I am not as afraid for my mother as my sister is, for I am nearly a man in the reckoning of the mark, and I know that my mother is a great shield maiden. She will teach the downlanding wild men and their wizard that we will not be cowed easily.
Are the orcs going to eat us?
Mother sent you? You are the brave warrior who helped Osserley and Thorsbury, are you not? I do not wish to be afraid, but I cannot help it. I do not remember my mother going to battle before, and I have never heard of a woman fighting in war, aside from old stories like Engifu tells us. Will you keep my mother safe? Ah, completed! Quest of the Broad Acres. We have a new title completed. New deed, new title. Some LOTRO points. And Valor is now level 44, that's great.
Will you make the evil things go away?
I thank you for your kind words, Beriathan. It means much, and I believe that Edhild is less afraid now. I wonder though, if you would do us another kindness. As you battle alongside our mother, would you collect for us trophies from your fallen enemies? We are the children of a shield maiden, and should have tokens to display in honor of her victories. Alright, let us see what your mother thinks about this. And we'll see.
What brings you to these lands?
Trophies of battle for the children. Indeed, Frithbert is my son and his father's. I do not doubt that he will be a great warrior when he comes into his own. Indeed, let us watch for suitable trophies that they may display with pride.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Ah, Beriathan. If Reeve Fríthild is to choose one front to attack, let me give you my advice. Attack the Warg-riders to the east. They pose a threat to our hunters, and without the provisions gathered by the hunters, Stoke will not last a siege. However, should we defeat these foes, not only would it weaken the enemy, but it would strengthen our position. Would you bring my advice to the Reeve? I do not know if she would accept it from me. Why wouldn't she? Baldwin believes that we should dispatch the Warg-riders to the east. His plan has merits, though he also missed the point that they are a weaker foe as well, and thus more quickly dispatched. Indeed, if you are ready to ride, I am prepared as well. Let us call our friends together and be off.
Baldmund, leader of the refugees from Thorsbury, convinced Reeve Fríthild that the first threat they should deal with are the Warg-riders in the east, which prevent the hunters of Stoke from provisioning the townsfolk for the coming siege.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Wait, but now that I come to think of it, before we begin... Yeah, this looks great. Awesome. Let us to arms, friends. This goblin vermin shall feel the wrath of the riders. Far away, of
Will
course.
you aid the horse lords?
For Stoke, for Rohan, for the Erlingas. Oh, come on. Let's continue looking for goblin riders. Here we have another one. So, Fríthild is in trouble, but I don't see where she is. She is not showing up on my minimap. Okay. Where is the Reeve? She's getting wrecked. I much rather stay close to her while I can. The Reeve seems to be okay for the time being. So I guess there was no need for me to dismount, but I got nervous. Where is she? Two hits, that's good enough. Okay. Can I please find the Reeve now? Where did she ride to? I mean, it's not much help if we somehow are able to defeat all the Warg-riders. If we need to turn in this quest and the Reeve is nowhere to be seen. What is going on exactly? What are the boundaries of this instance? Target is out of range. Yeah, I can see that. You could at least tell me where. For God's sake. Did they get stuck in a rock or something? Oh, Christ. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. There must be fighting somewhere, but... Are they around here? And it seems we have a huge arena fight in. And the fact that I cannot target the Reeve. It's kind of troubling. Ah! Yeah. There she is, it seems. Grimar. Well, where were you? You had me scared, guys, you know? If I could dismount this guy, things will be a little bit easier. Seems the Reeve Fríthild is also somewhere around here. Oh, dismounted, great! That is a big help. Will it be the boss? Will that make the other enemies disappear? No. Yeah! It does. Defeated the Warg-riders. Now come over here, Reeve. Oh, that's not a Reeve. That's Toxic. Wardlack. Fríthild. No! There she is.
What brings you to these lands?
The foe is fallen, but at what cost? Alas for poor Baldmund. Well, if you hadn't run away from me, I might have done something, but... Come, Beriathan, let us depart from this bloody field. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna take this long. Once again, had I seen where they went, that would have been over that much quicker, but... sadly, that was not the case.
Our mission is dire.
We were victorious, Beriathan, but at a heavy loss. Poor Baldmund was not a warrior born and should have remained here to speak for the common folk. Alas, his presence shall be missed in this hall in the days to come, for he tempered valiance with wisdom. Alright, so we're still defending the town of Stoke, and we'll continue doing so on the next episode, but for the time being this has been all on today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.